Hello everyone, my name is Sagar and I hope you are doing well. Now in this video, we'll specifically see how we can use HTTP request inside our Copilot Studio. Okay, so for this, let's try to understand a scenario. Let us assume you are integrating your Copilot Studio with your any third-party integration. So in this case, generally if you are doing integration, they will provide you some kind of API. Okay, so they will be providing you a URL and other required information, whether it is going to send you input as JSON, authentication, blah blah. All this information will be sent to you. Okay. Now similarly, what we'll do, I open this particular website. Okay, you can choose any website here. I've simply did a get request for this particular URL. Okay, and the header is the header of my content is application JSON. Okay, now when I will send this request, so I'm going to get this 200 output as success, and this is the message that I'm going to get. Now, if I'm calling the third-party API, for let us assume this is my third-party API, that is what I will call, and this should send me output like this, right? So this is assume this is my third-party API, so I will do HTTP request on this URL. So for now, let me go to my Copilot Studio. Here, I open my demo vision, and inside my topic, I will create my topic. So I will start from blank. Okay, and let me click allow here. Here I can say HTTP request demo. Okay, and then I will click on this add button. Inside my add button, I have one second, just give me a second here. Yeah, here is my just send HTTP request. So I'm going to use this one. So as soon as it needs a URL, right? So my third-party API URL is this. So these are I think publicly general available API. You can use whatever you want for sure. Let me click this. Okay, and here inside my response, I can provide a sample data. Okay, so let me provide a sample payload. So basically, if you get API, so you will also get a sample output as well. So I can copy this and the Copilot Studio will automatically generate the sample JSON schema for me. So I can simply paste this here. I can click on confirm. Okay, now when this request will be created, then assume if I want to save this response inside a variable. Okay, so what I can do, let me create a new variable here. Okay, and I can give a good name here. I can say this as my response of API integration, and let me click here. Okay, so now my variable name is changed. Then I can click on this, and let's say I want to display this inside in this particular wizard, so I can use my send a message here, and here now I can give a I can write something like output from my API, and then I can insert my this output response of API integration. Okay, now here are interesting things. Okay, so I can click here. Let me again click here. So see, you are getting the status as well. This, for example, what I mean to say. And I open my API, so you have this message status, right? So that's why I'm getting three here. Message. If I'm only interested in message, okay. If I'm interested in status, okay. So this Copilot is automatically giving me all the recommendation because here I have provided the sample JSON schema. But for now, let us assume I want the complete output, something like this completely. So I'm going to use this first one variable, response of API integration, not dot message, not dot status. Let me save this. Okay, here I can give a name to my agent. I can say this as HTTP demo, something like that, and I can click on save. So my topic is saving. Alright, the topic is saved now. Now I can call this particular topic. So I need to give this phrase here, HTTP request demo. So I can say HTTP request demo, and I will hit enter. Alright, here you can see I'm getting the complete output here. Output of my API, this is my status, and yeah, all this information. Okay, guys, so let me reiterate what we did in this video. We want to integrate our Copilot Studio with a third-party integration. So the third party provided us this particular API. Now this API could be anything. It all depends upon what you are building. And then for that we simply went here. We created a brand new topic. We've given this phrase. Then we use this HTTP request here. Here we simply provided the URL of our API. We can select our method here, and then here we provided the schema as well, and then we said all this will get saved inside this particular variable. And now the beauty is that it provided us three variables. The first variable, the complete response of our API, or if we are only interested in the message part or the status part, so we do have the variable for that as well. And at the end we simply displayed our you know uh, complete API here. Now let us assume you are only interested in this message part, so you can again click here. You can click on this send a message, and here I can say only message part, and here let me insert this variable. If you see, I can use this particular variable, and I'm going to save it, and I will again trigger my this particular topic. So I can trigger my topic. I need to say HTTP request demo for that. HTTP request demo. And here you see in the first response we get all the output, and in the second one we were only provided with the message part. That's it all about how you can use HTTP request inside our Copilot Studio. Thanks for watching this video.